What's up, guys? So for the car that we've been working on the transmission today, I wanted to show you guys what we're doing for cooling, getting the car ready for boost. So by far, if you're not going to track the car every weekend, every autocross you can get, and you just want the best cooling possible for your car for street driving, occasional track days, and occasional autocrosses, this is the go-to setup that I always recommend for everybody and all my customers. It's gonna be the the simple coil rad radiator with 2 spa fans, and that's it. That is, to me. And also, you're gonna have to hot wire the fans directly to a power source, and a new relay and new fuses for the 2 big fans, because as you can see, these are 2 big spa fans. I mean, you can track this, not a problem, but on really hard track days with a lot of traffic, and you want a bigger volume of water in your circulating around the car, right? So that being said, I've seen people track this setup for years and not have a problem. But like I said, take my limited experience with a grain of salt. But I've installed this same kit on about 6 Miatas, and I haven't had a single issue with anybody complaining about the car overheating or whatnot. The only time I had a problem was when somebody else did a water pump job and they installed the thermostat incorrectly, and a bunch of other issues, but we can't control what other people do. That being said, for that car, this setup is a golden setup in my opinion, and it's a setup that it's tried and true. So I love this little radiator. It's simple. It holds a good amount of water, and those spa fans, I can't mention those enough. And then to install them, some people, for regular street driving, they need a shroud. So when they're standing in traffic, the air gets pulled at a concentrated area. But we're looking for some speed here and no drag on the track and more efficient coolant. So we're gonna use these spa rods, and that literally goes through the radiator, and they're stainless. So I've used these every single time, and I haven't had an issue with these. So these are my favorite go-to installation kit. So I highly recommend those instead of the plastic ones. The plastic ones will break, these won't, and these will hold up a lot longer than any other plastic out there. So that being said, let's put them on, see how they look. So it was just that easy, guys. These things are hard on there. They're not going anywhere. Something to note is that when you're installing these stainless pins, it does damage the fins a little bit, but no worries, it doesn't damage the circulating pathways of the radiator. The fins are only to guide air. But you can see 4 pins is more than enough, even though it has holes for 8 pins each. But 4 pins is more than enough. I can pick this up from their corresponding spot. So that's a done deal right there, in my opinion. And I highly recommend this to you guys if you guys are looking for some nice cooling on your Miata. This is overkill for what you're gonna need, but we need some overkill because we're gonna be doing some boost on this car. This radiator, I noticed, it does come with like a sensor plug. That's interesting. I never seen it on these coil rads, but it does come with that if you want to put a temperature sensor at the radiator, which is pretty cool. You don't need to do none of that because you have a factory sensor which works perfectly. That being said, that's pretty much it for this install for the fans and stuff. The hardwire stuff, I don't know if I'm gonna include it or not. Usually Gio handles that because I suck with the wiring stuff. But I'm taking these off. These are the factory fan location bolts, so we're not gonna need that. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna put the link in in the description. This is an NA 1.6 radiator. I think it fits the NA 1.8 as well because nothing changes at that point. I'm gonna put it in the description so you guys can, if you guys want to buy it, and so you guys know which ones specifically I'm recommending. So yeah,